Howdy y'all. Back down here in the garage working on the old Glonet diesel from India, or knockoff Lister, whatever it is. If you happen to watch the first video I put out on this, I guess it was yesterday, you'd see everything I did as far as cleaning the fuel system and just cleaning everything, priming, trying to get everything working. And then I got it running, but it was only running on one cylinder. And the one I consider the right-hand cylinder, this one was working, but I was getting no fuel out of the left hand. So went back to basics, covered all my basics, and cracked this line, loosened it up, just let gravity work its way and get any air out, tightened it back up, had the line off. Still wasn't doing anything. So I took this bleeder screw out of here and started cranking it, and it started pushing fuel out there. Might have been an air pocket, I don't know. So I tightened it back up, had the line off at that point still. So then it did start pushing fuel up out of the pump. Tightened the line back up, loosened it up at the injector, and then got fuel there. So cranked it over, and it started firing on both cylinders. Sounded pretty good. Been sitting overnight. We'll see now how well it holds a fuel prime overnight. I've been leaving the valve covers off. Normally, if you was out somewhere, you would have had the valve covers off. But there's no oil splash, and this is all, there's oil holes in here. You just squirt can it, so nothing drains down. It's nice to see the rockers working if he's at a show. And I think what I may have to do, the linkage is probably just a tad. Your governor's back in here in this housing, and your linkage works both sets of pumps. But when you slow this down, it fires on the right one, but the left one cuts out until you rev it up a little bit. So probably, if I take this rod is threaded, if I take this little yoke off here and give it a half a turn, it'll probably, actually I might have to lengthen it so it pushes a little bit more, because the linkages got a little slop in it here and there. These things were made to work, and if this actually did come from India, I'm sure it was really put to use running some water pumps, or possibly even a generator for electricity. I'm not sure. Would be kind of nice to know the history of where it actually was, where it lived. But and I would like to eventually here get something, a couple adapters and maybe a couple chrome pipes, or even just regular exhaust pipe. Get them up a foot or so up in the air. That might give it a little better tune when it's running, instead of, I mean, it doesn't crack like a gasoline engine. But so let's, I don't think there's anything else that I did that I'm leaving out that I forgot to say, but let's get hooked up here in my cameraman and crank it over and see if it'll fire off this morning, or this evening actually, again. So I got the compression releases are on, fuel's on. Get the crankshaft here. Now hopefully this thing makes a lot of noise, and I'm trying to say everything I want to say before it starts, because it's hard to hear what I'm saying without me shouting, even with this microphone. Either that, or I got a bad connection on my phone connection, I'm not sure. But hopefully it'll run, and I can yell into my mic, and if there's anything else I want to say. So here we go. Let's see what happens. All right, well, it's running pretty good there. Hope you can hear me. I'll get my mic right up to my mouth here, but don't slobber on it. That's a pretty good little pace for it to run. I might try to slow it down a little bit. It kind of, the spring tension and that kind of comes and goes. It'll pick up. It doesn't usually run much faster than that, maybe a little bit. If I try to slow it down, sometimes I have to, actually I think if I adjusted that rod, like I said, it would stay running slower better, because when it does slow down, the left cylinder doesn't get the fuel. So pretty happy with that. I got to figure out if I'm going to actually take it to shows, some sort of a cooling system for it, like I said before. But kind of cool to see the rockers and everything working there like they're supposed to. Alrighty, well, that's going to be a wrap for today. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned. See what other contraption I can drag in here next. Catch y'all later.